What's the best way to transition from DE to wheel racing? Racing school, champ car or chump car, like the budget endurance racing? I'm not sure there is a best way. There is a number of different ways. You know, sometimes I wish that our sport had the same kind of ladder system that a lot of other sports do. You know, if you're in basketball or football or baseball or something like that, there's a ladder that just happens there. For sure, I think a racing school is helpful, because one of the things that racing schools do is they not only teach you, through DE, HPDE, driver education events, you've learned how to drive fast, but you haven't necessarily learned how to be side by side, race wheel to wheel. Some of the best racing schools put you into scenarios where you are side by side and give you practice of being around other cars. So I think that's important. So I think a racing school is a good place to go. I honestly think that one of the best things that's happened to motorsport is some of the low budget racing series. I personally have never ever been to a Lemons race. But I understand there's a value there. I've been to chump car / champ car now, and compete a lot in WRL and AER races. So I think there's big value in, at some point you just need to get into a race and start to experience the wheel-to-wheel part of it. And I do believe that these in low budget, in quotes, endurance races are a great place, because you just get a lot of seat time, and there's lots of traffic around you, there's a lot of cars around you, so you're going to get a lot of experience being passed and passing other cars. I know some people who have gone sprint racing, and they'll sprint race for 5 years, and they'll go and do one WRL race, for example, and go, wow, in one weekend I passed and was passed more than I have in 5 years of sprint racing. So even if you're going sprint racing, I think there's big value in going and doing some of these endurance races. I think it's just, you're going to become you're going to have better racecraft by doing that. So that's a good way to go. And just the transition, at some point you just got to jump into it. But understand that there's a difference between driving fast and racecraft. So starting to really study the art and science of racecraft is important.